Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in. Now, one thing I rate about Liverpool, I mean, yeah, Liverpool and Arsenal have previously had a rivalry, and we still are technically rivals. They've leapt us clearly. If you grew up in the 80s, the rivalry was more prevalent. Current day, probably not now, but the last couple of years between us, Liverpool, Spurs, more or less, we're the ones that are looking to get either third place ideally or make up or fight between us for fourth place, give or take. Obviously, Spurs have been getting top four, and Liverpool have left Spurs and Arsenal, in my opinion, based on the spending and all of these things. But one thing I rate about Liverpool, on top of it being a big club, a buzzing club with great fans, and Klopp's obviously doing his thing, and although I do feel he gets away with a lot in the sense that he should be challenging for a league title now because of all the good things he's done. One thing I rate about Liverpool, yeah, they've gone and grabbed Naby Keita for a lot of money, and they tried to get Fekir. But if you look at the likes of Salah, Mane, Firmino, you could say Robertson to a degree, but it's reaching because I wanted him at Arsenal. Give or take your Van Dijk to a degree, even for 75 million, Van Dijk to a degree. One thing I rate about Liverpool is they take chances on players, and what I mean by that is, let's look at Mane. Once upon a time, yeah. Now, if people will whisper it, or it'll be criminal. But if you were to say, if he was Arsenal, United, definitely United fans when he was linked with you lot. Not to dig anyone else out, they know who they are, but if you United, Arsenal, all the top six clubs, there was a time, once upon a time, when Mane was at Southampton, people could recognise the man had talent, but if they were like, would you take him? Be like, oh, I don't know, can he do this? Will he be able to replicate it? This, that, and the third. Even for me, I wanted him at Arsenal because I'm an Arsenal fan. I knew every game, Southampton, especially away, he's tearing someone apart with them, when he had them F50s. Them F50s, he didn't even do the laces properly, which is on crud. They took a chance on Mane. Now look what he's doing. He even was linked with Madrid last summer, and Mane's killed almost every team he's played. And you know about Sadio Mane now. Firmino, everybody knew that the guy was talented. Everyone knew he was a good player, but he just found himself still at Hoffenheim. Just people not really taking a chance. Liverpool have taken a chance, and now look, I wouldn't say he's essentially set the world on fire with the Premier League, but he's one of the better players in the Premier League, consistent and underrated, and if, not even underrated, I'd say underappreciated to what he brings to the side. Because if you don't support Liverpool and you just see Salah scoring, Mane scoring, all these other guys, you might let Firmino pass you what he offers. Yes, Firmino's a bloody good footballer technically, and he does score goals. I'm not saying that he's just some Milner essentially, but you get my point in it. They took a chance, and he's central to their plans now. Mo Salah, there was once upon a time no one would have taken a chance. This year I don't know if he's going to repeat what he did last year. I hope so because he's in my fantasy team. But last year, look what he did for them. So you see what we're saying. They take chances on players. Part of me thinks Arsenal need to do that, to be honest with you, because I look at it two ways now. Clearly, Arsenal haven't got the money to go and say, no, I haven't even got an example for you lot, to go for these talents that we want in it. Like Fekir, for example, we're not going to splash 60 outright million on that. I'd hope to be wrong, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that for the foreseeable future. So you have two options. You have to take a page out of Liverpool's book and take a chance of, I guess it would probably be Richarlison, Zaha and them lot nowadays in the Prem, where people need to take a chance on them. The only issue is that Richarlison's just moved for around 50 million altogether. How much is it going to take to move him on? Teams were quoted 70 million for Zaha, so we'll have to see that. But part of me thinks you need to take a chance on them sort of players, or you go for, whether it's in the Prem or any other league, you go for players that have talent. They're somewhat unproven, they're somewhat unpolished, they have scope to improve, and they can be bought for nominal fees. I don't really see Arsenal doing neither of that, and I'm actually specifically talking about wingers actually in my head as I'm making this vid with you lot. But that is what we need to do, because if we did what Liverpool did, if we could even just have one of these players, like, sometimes I watch some of these Prem teams. I'm not a jealous person, but when I watch Liverpool at times, definitely Manchester City, definitely Man City, and just Chelsea, based on how they play football, some of the ballers they've got in their side is just envious, man. I don't really see that at Arsenal. I'm not sleeping on us. Like, we've got a couple talented man, but if it's not Aubameyang to a degree, Lacazette, Torreira, my guy Guendouzi now. Obviously, you guys know I love Ozil. There's not really ballers here. Like, there's not really any ballers. No one's really a baller. Like, shout out to Monreal because he's underappreciated. Hail him up. But you get my point in it. It's not really ballers like that. So yeah, man, I ain't really got nothing more to add on this, to be honest. I just, like, maybe we just need to start taking chances on people, because yeah, people would have laughed if Mane, Salah and these man didn't perform and produce the goods, but Liverpool are laughing now. Like, they've got a great team. And one of these players because of the market, one of these, Mane, Salah, for some reason I don't think Firmino would bring as much as Salah and Mane, but these players could be sold for some ridiculous amount of peas. So you get what I'm saying? And they've got fantastic players, and if they added Fekir into the mix, Lord knows that only Klopp and God himself knows how they would fit all of these players in. But it'd be a fantastic headache for a manager to have, because everyone need to apply themselves in pre-season and training and all of these sort of things, matches and all these things. I'm blabbering on for no reason at this point, man. So I'm gonna get at you guys here. But yeah, guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.